On April 24th, the Federal Trade Commission, which is the U.S. regulating body that enforces consumer protection laws, announced that they had sent warning letters to 10 different multi-level marketing companies. Warning letters from a government agency are a big deal. They indicate that a business has failed to uphold one or more federal laws, and if that business doesn't take immediate action to correct their failings, the FTC can issue fines or take steps towards prosecution. Yeah, it's not the fun type of letter that you get from your grandma on your birthday that you just can't wait to open because maybe there's a gift card inside. No, this kind of letter means serious business. So why did the FTC send these companies warning letters? Well, the letters were issued on one of two grounds, either for making misleading income claims or for making false health claims, both in connection to the current world pandemic. These letters were sent to some pretty well-known MLMs, such as doTerra, Arbonne, It Works, and Rodan & Fields. Essentially, reps for these companies were, and unfortunately still are, targeting individuals who had recently lost their jobs or were otherwise struggling financially, and telling them that they could replace or supplement their income by joining their MLM. The FTC considers income claims from MLMs to be entirely misleading, since multiple studies have concluded that pretty much everyone involved in MLM loses money or barely breaks even. Additionally, MLMers that use this strategy to win over recruits during this time are viewed as attempting to profit off of a global crisis. The FTC also cited that there were, and again unfortunately still are, reps for health and wellness MLMs that are claiming their products can prevent or protect individuals from contracting coronavirus. This is incredibly dangerous as these claims are completely unsubstantiated and lack any scientific backing. MLMs have notoriously perpetuated false health claims in the past, which have often resulted in FTC or FDA warning letters, but the health claims in connection to coronavirus have further highlighted the danger MLMs pose, as these health claims undermine legitimate scientific progress and put the health and safety of many in jeopardy. What's truly horrifying is that some MLM reps have actually found some success in using coronavirus as a marketing tool. In early March, a rep for Younique, which is a beauty and cosmetics MLM, reportedly told Business Insider that their sales have skyrocketed due to the pandemic. The Younique rep continued on to say that more and more people are seeing the benefits of working a home-based business right now, and that the only criticism apparently they have received over using the pandemic as a marketing tactic is from those who are already anti-MLM. As individual reps capitalize off of the pandemic, many MLM companies themselves are seeing record-breaking monthly profits. According to Business Insider, haircare MLM Monat saw the month of March be their third highest grossing month in the company's history. A Vox article covering MLMs and coronavirus stated that health and wellness MLMs like doTerra, Herbalife, and Young Living are selling a record number of many of their products, specifically their products that are touted to boost the immune system. Many of the products from doTerra's On Guard line, which according to doTerra is a line of products that support healthy immune and respiratory function, are sold out. Similarly, Young Living is seeing the sales of their Thieves Essential Oil skyrocket, which many reps claim is an oil that has antiviral properties. Clearly, many MLMs are doing pretty well despite the economic impacts coronavirus is having on the majority of businesses. This is largely due to the fact that reps can continue to run their businesses from the safety of their own home, and most distributors have been using social media to advertise and recruit long before coronavirus was even a thing. With more and more people at home scrolling through Facebook and Instagram, pitching to new prospects has never been easier for many MLMers. Fuel is only added to the fire when big names in the MLM industry are seen encouraging reps to turn the pandemic into a recruitment opportunity. Eric Worre, who I've spoken about many times on my channel and who makes a very comfortable living off of his so-called training resources, had the following to say in a video he shot on his phone in what appears to be the backyard of a multi-million-dollar home.
What I want to do today is talk to you specifically, very specifically, about what the coronavirus means to network marketing, what you should be doing, what you could be doing, what things look like moving forward. The first piece of advice is this: whatever you can't defend, promote. In times of struggle, difficulty, issue, fear, doubt, whatever you can't defend, promote. And here's what I mean by that. People are concerned about coronavirus. People are being sent home from schools. People are being sent home from their workplace. People in traditional jobs, there's an overabundance of caution with lots of different companies. There has never been a more opportune moment for people to work from their homes than right now.
Whatever you can't defend, promote. So this sounds as though Eric is saying if you can't defend something, then you should promote it. As in, if something appears indefensible, then that's an automatic green light to get involved. Yeah, pretty counterintuitive. Although, given the context, I think what he's saying is that right now we are in somewhat of a defenseless position, and so therefore we should be promoting a positive change in our lives. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that's what he's saying.
You have a chance right now to go to everybody that has a concern and say, why not start a small business from your home? I'm not saying that using the virus as an opportunity. I'm saying the virus has created an opportunity to be able, people are sitting at home anyway. People in cities around the world are quarantined and sitting at home. What are they supposed to do? This is an opportunity to be able to make money. This is an opportunity for you to be able to help people who are stuck. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing in the world. Let's have more viruses. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is people are stuck in their homes or they choose to stay in their homes, and this is an opportunity to be able to give them a vehicle to capitalize on that situation, to be able to use that situation and turn that negative into a positive.
So Eric is saying people shouldn't use the virus as an opportunity, but the virus has naturally created an opportunity that people can use. Isn't that the same thing? I'm all for turning a negative situation into a positive and trying to see the silver lining in all of this. But the problem with this mentality, specifically with MLM pitches, is that they're unproven. In fact, they're entirely debunked. MLMers may think that by sharing their opportunity with their friend who recently lost their job due to coronavirus, that they're helping them out, when in reality, they're manipulating them into throwing away what could be their last couple $100s on something that is one tiny microscopic step away from being a pyramid scheme. Right now, people are suffering financially, and the absolute last thing anyone needs is to join an MLM. More likely than not, they will end up in an even worse financial situation than they were before. We also have to acknowledge that sharing an MLM business opportunity is not a selfless act. It's not charity. Undoubtedly, anyone sharing their opportunity is hoping to sign someone up below them and make a percentage off of their sales. It's greed masquerading as kindness. Unfortunately, many MLM reps have followed the prompting of Eric Worre and other big names in the industry and continue to make income and health claims despite the FTC outlawing such claims. And like we discussed earlier, they have been somewhat successful doing this. This leads us to the question of why is the pandemic actually helping MLMers make more sales? Well, the answer is quite simple, really. They target and prey upon people's fears of the unknown. Humanity has evolved to be pattern seekers. We understand cause and effect and yearn for things that happen in our world to have some sort of solid conclusion or resolution. Our ability to identify and interpret patterns and causal relationships serves us really well for interacting with the environment around us. However, this ability can also be somewhat detrimental to us. See, when a conclusion or answer isn't available or isn't yet available, we have the tendency to make up an answer, even if this answer is entirely false. We don't do well with unknowns, and there are still a lot of unknowns with coronavirus. Currently, and hopefully this will change, we don't have any cures or vaccines for this virus. We have no idea how long the world will be under lockdown. We have no idea when people will be able to go back to work. And we really don't know how all of this is going to change the way we do things permanently. All we can do is follow guidelines like social distancing and practicing proper hygiene that have been evidenced to slow the spread. And this is where we see some MLMs step in. They see you're worried about your family's health, so they try to sell you an oil that they claim boosts your immune system. They see that you're starting to develop a cough, so they sell you a tea that they claim works to combat things on a cellular level. They see you recently lost your job, so they pitch you a business opportunity that they claim will be even more lucrative than the job you were let go from. They see your fear, your worry, your uneasiness, and they claim that they can fix it. People are desperate right now for answers, and sadly, many are willing to settle for an answer rather than the answer. Bearing all this in mind, it makes me genuinely question whether or not MLMs actually want the virus to spread. After all, their business model is one that is known to prey upon people's vulnerabilities, and this isn't the first time the industry has cashed in on a global crisis. During the 2008 economic crash, many MLMs signed up new recruits who had been financially affected by the recession. They claimed that their business model was recession-proof and the key to keeping families afloat during the economic turmoil. And even back in the 1960s, Amway was selling actual bomb shelters to protect against atomic bombs during the Cold War. MLMs have always exploited tragedy. Now, that's not to say that I think everyone involved in MLMs actually wants the virus to spread. They don't. The majority of MLM participants are victims themselves who have had their own vulnerabilities exploited. Most MLMers are honest people who sadly believe that MLM is some sort of cure-all. However, are they still capitalizing off of the pandemic? Yes. Have they been manipulated into exploiting people's coronavirus fears? Absolutely yes. This is exactly why the FTC has sent warning letters to MLMs, because left unchecked, they would continue to feed those who have financial concerns or health concerns with false hope and false promises. They would continue to turn people's fears into profits. The FTC is constantly monitoring social media accounts and hashtags associated with MLM companies. But the reality is that the MLM structure itself, utilizing independent reps, allows these MLMs to maintain a position of innocence while still monopolizing off of the spread of misinformation by their reps. If an MLMer makes a social media post about how their supplement can prevent coronavirus, the MLM they represent can then turn around and say that the rep was acting of their own accord and doesn't represent the official stance of the company. Best case scenario, the rep is deregistered as a distributor for the company, but more often than not, they're just given a slap on the wrist and told to stop making those kinds of posts. It seems that most MLMs are at least complicit in their distributors spreading misinformation. I mean, essential oils MLM doTerra is literally launching 2 new oil kits this month. One is called the Protect Kit and the other the Respond Kit, both aimed at apparently safeguarding and protecting your home and family from, well, they don't exactly say from what, but I'm sure we can all guess. And feature their oils they claim support your immune system and respiratory system. How is this legal? I don't even know.
A healthy immune system works like body armor, protecting us from the threats that constantly bombard us. If something makes it past your defenses, you can respond with these simple, effective, and natural ways to keep your household comfortable. With the doTerra Respond Kit, you can have the support you need when you need it most.
But I do know that I don't want to even see what kind of posts doTerra reps start making after they get their hands on these kits. Hopefully, we'll see more FTC crackdowns, but the problem is many of these posts are hidden within private groups on social media platforms. So even though the FTC is monitoring social media and hashtags, many MLMs are still able to circulate their propaganda within these closed groups. This is why it's more important than ever for the anti-MLM community to report posts that we come across that contain illegal health or income claims. It's nearly impossible for federal agencies to monitor individual reps, nor should they have to. But we, as concerned citizens, have the responsibility to report and stop the spread of misleading and dangerous claims, especially in the age of coronavirus. The resource group Americans Against MLM has compiled on their website ways that individuals can report health or income claims to various agencies or organizations. It should be noted that the FTC and FDA currently do not have complaint forms that are specific to multi-level marketing. Although if someone watching this knows something to the contrary, please let me know. But you can still use their complaint portals to file complaints against MLMs. They also do not take action using individual reports, but rather use a collection of reports to launch investigations. Another great way to file a complaint is through the nonprofit organization Truth in Advertising. Their mission is to protect consumers from misleading or deceptive advertising, and they have taken specific actions against MLMs, namely Herbalife, Young Living, doTerra, and Kyani. They were also instrumental in stopping supplement company Nourish Life from making claims that their supplements could cure childhood speech delays back in 2013. Although they are not a regulatory agency, they have made some huge strides in stopping the spread of predatory advertising. People's fear and worry of the unknown is going to continue to grow as the situation with coronavirus changes day to day. So as part of the anti-MLM community, let's do our part to prevent those we care about from being taken advantage of during this unprecedented time. Let's continue to stand for evidence-backed claims and challenge those who manipulate and bend the truth to make a quick buck. I know this sounds super cheesy, but together we really can make a difference. So I'm approaching 10,000 subscribers, which is just mind-blowing to me. I'm thinking once I reach this milestone, I would like to do a Q&A video and launch an Instagram account for the Antibot. Let me know in the comments if this is something you all would be interested in. Like always, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. Follow me on Twitter at the Antibot, and I'll see you on the next one. Say bye!